Well, we're live from training with the gaffer, Marc. How you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, mate.
Good. Let's start. Quick reflection on Saturday just gone. Obviously, we lost on the road to Farnborough. How's the mood in the camp been since that game, and how do you reflect on it?
Yeah, mood in the camp's always good. I mean, on reflection, I mean, it's really simple. Like, at times, it feels like, it feels like a sort of like a bit samey, in terms of like loads of possession, and we've got to take our chances. I mean, we had a couple of great chances. Jimmy could have just squared it to Jose for a goal twice. Then we gave them a goal. Team out of confidence gave them a goal. Josh to back pass, that was uphill battle really. To be fair. Dominated second half, obviously, but I think we're used to dominating games. I think even though we've got a lot of injury issues, like a lot of our boys are playing really well. They look great, and if a team's out of form and out of confidence like Farnborough, then obviously the first goal is important. Just when a team needs a boost, if you go and give them the ball and give them a head start, then that's where you are. So the data says we played really well. Believe it or not, standard stuff. But yeah, I think we had to be better Saturday in front of goal, especially. Decision making first half before Josh's mistake in front of goal was really poor. We was never more on top than just before Josh gave them the ball. I thought we had a really good 10-minute spell. But that's where we are, mate. We're in a division where teams can beat you. What they lack in technical ability, they make up for in endeavour and running and belief and good leadership, good coaches. We saw that Saturday. So it's not a game we should lose. It's not a game we should lose, and that is just where we are. For that one, it was a sort of end of a very long sequence, 7 games in 21 days, a game every sort of three days. So a very tough sequence, but I don't know if there's any excuse for that. I think we were fit enough. We finished the game really strongly, so that the fitness weren't an issue. We just gave away a couple of silly goals.
Yeah, and since Saturday we've had the really unfortunate news about Alfie Rutherford and the injury to his ankle. Obviously, I think everyone at the club's thoughts with him and hope his recovery can be a bit quicker maybe than was first reported. Do you think fans can expect? Is there anyone that we might bring in?
No, I mean, look. I mean, the bottom line is Jose's got a niggle as well. So I was a little bit worried when Jose done so well at Salisbury and put that massive shift in on his first ever game when Jason weren't there, and I was really worried about playing him on the Tuesday. He picked up a niggle on that Tuesday, and we've had no choice but to play him since. So you can expect Jose probably to be on the bench at best. Alfie is significant news. I mean, it's not the pitch, as a few people said. It was a bad challenge, clumsy challenge. There was no ill intent. Really clumsy challenge. And yeah, he's in a world of bother, as we are. I mean, Alfie's never looked better. He's led the line brilliantly. He's a huge threat. He gives us a different dimension. We don't have that dimension without him. So it's a huge loss. I mean, we've talked about our injuries for a long time. I always say there's only so many top players you can lose. I think we've adjusted with Charlie. I mean, Charlie is in a position whereby it's kind of like touch and go. His knee swelling's gone right down. He trained last week. He done a big session on the pitch at Farnborough, but it swelled back up again, which is not a good sign. So we've laid off him this week. So with Charlie, we don't quite know where we are, so it's very intricate. He's seeing a specialist. We're hoping we can avoid surgery. So we've lost Charlie. We've lost Alfie. Two big players. In other news, like I said, Jose's got a niggle. We've got the 2 Dans back looking great. They need lots of minutes, obviously. George is a week or 2 away. Louis away on international duty. Jordan Williams would be 50-50 for Saturday. So obviously, I mentioned in in the tweet, they said, you got any comments on Alfie? And I said, well, I think we're cursed, really. Like, we need like a witch to, or someone to take the spell off the ground. We just keep working towards the future. Me, the players, the fans. We've got to create a great cycle for this great club. We're never far away from success, no matter what. We've had great recent form. We're in a league where, let's face it, there's a lot of teams that can beat each other, and I'll say the same as I did last year. I think that's a weakness in the league, not a strength. I really do. If I'm being really honest with you, promoted teams, yet again, doing really well. Like it or lump it, whatever you want to call it, because we're part of the league. Personally, I think that the league is it's average, and I think that's why you get so many close results. We're part of the average league, right? We're no better than this league. But my point is, we're in a cycle where we just want to keep improving the team, Eddie. We've almost got to ignore the challenges. I mean, we are really challenged by some top players missing, and we just got to keep building this team. We've got to keep building it up. We're already looking at players for Jan, and we're looking at areas we need to improve. But if you put a fully fit Dorking team, we lowered the age bracket significantly last year. We worked very much on the average age of the starting 11, because I think that's what really matters. A lot of our elder statesmen, if you like, were probably always going to be squad players. Obviously, when you get a few injuries, that changes. But I think the message is from me, like, the lads are very together. No matter who plays, we are playing with an identity, largely. Weren't great at Farnborough, weren't quite prepared for their shape. That won't happen again. But we're playing with an identity, we're producing great football, there's a lot of will to win endeavour. The fans are right behind us, and we just want to build a new cycle for this club. It's not just about this month or Christmas or about this season. It's a cycle of success. Bringing in players, I mean, I'll give you a great example, like, Brennan Camp and Dylan Lewis, right? Any team in the league above would take them right now. They're both playing out of their skin, and we're looking for players that we can bring in that with league above that can help this team transition to a new era. And our work is not done there. So we're in transition still, despite the injuries, despite all of that. So we are very positive that we're still building towards success.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
And on Saturday we're welcoming Eastbourne Borough in the FA Trophy. Looking forward to having them down. It's the exact same fixture from almost exactly a year ago now. Yeah, I mean, it's a bizarre one, the draws in these competitions. I mean, listen, it is what it is, right? Tommy's coming down for a second time, so it'd be good to see him, one of my favourites. Yeah, I mean, let's just pack the place out, Eddie. I mean, Tommy Widrington won the FA Trophy last year, so he would be best first to tell people he won it with his son in the team. And when I saw that, I did actually think, wow, one of life's goals, right? Winning at Wembley with your son in the team, right? So it's a competition where 4 or 5 games, you're literally at the Twin Towers if they still exist. So it's one that everybody's trying to win. And we'll be trying to win as well. Our form at Meadowbank's been blistering. We're going to be extremely short, obviously, of players, but that's just where we've been, mate, and we just got to get on with it. I think there could be chances for academy boys in there during this match. Some of the boys, we really want to give them some experience. They won't be starting. We're really going to field the strongest team we can. But yes, it's a good opportunity. So, we've got eyes on the next round, eyes on beating the draw on Monday and creating a really exciting cup run. I mean, memories come out of nowhere, and they've got to start somewhere. And this is the start of this journey, hopefully, in the FA Trophy. Yeah, and it's international break, so there'll be no Premier League football, limited EFL football. So if you're thinking about coming down, definitely get down. Hopefully, be there for the start of the journey. Yep. And finally, Marc, it's the day of action for the Free Up campaign on Saturday, which we'll be getting behind. Have you got any comments on the campaign and that idea about free promotion places this week?
I think what I know is that free movement is the best thing about the English football pyramid, and it's the envy of the world for its football pyramid. When you speak to people from the US and the way that they can't progress, and I just think that we play in bottlenecked leagues. The South, the North, they're all bottlenecks. They get stronger, bigger clubs in them, as they get relegated and they sort themselves out. So I think for me, it'd be great if, I think in football, everyone's got a sort of fiduciary duty to look after the game. The EFL and its movement is what makes it so attractive. 4 up, 4 up, 4 down, and all these dynamics between several of their divisions, and it just makes for a fantastic competition. Below that is stifled, and obviously we need support. We need support with that. And my thing would be that, personally, if the EFL can support the game and give more free movement, then the National League itself needs to support that to the division below, because we need more promotions. And in football, there's a lot of money gets pumped into the game by people trying to win. It shouldn't be the case that you fail. If you're York City last year, you fail on a huge amount of points. You've had a failed season, when in the league above, you could finish 20 points less than that in 4th position or something, or 3rd position, and be promoted automatically. So I think, I don't think that there could never be a sporting reason why free movement shouldn't be encouraged. It can only be a sort of like financial reason or otherwise, and hopefully the EFL listen.
Yeah, well, best of luck on Saturday.
Cheers,
Marc.
mate.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.